Emperor Justinian will go down as one of the worst emperors in history. The guy sent billions and billions of gold to Persia, and the Persian deal was a total disaster.
The eternal peace between the Roman Empire, Donald, was a comprehensive long-term deal that helped secure a sense of peace on the eastern border, while Romans could deal with the war in Italy.
Justinian gave Persians everything they asked for, and in return, Persians broke the peace immediately. They poured into the country, they sacked Antioch. The Persian deal was the worst deal in the history, by the way. Had Justinian read The Art of the Deal, he would have never...
The Romans had no other chance, man. Justinian needed to secure the relationship with the Persian guy. Anyway.
The Romans couldn't wage wars on two fronts. Justinian needed a hard-won diplomatic solution so he could reconquer Italy from the Ostrogoths.
The Italian campaign was a total disaster, okay? The guy who led it was a total loser. He even abandoned his troops in Italy.
Belisarius was not a loser. He didn't abandon anyone. He was a patriot, and the people left behind, there were heroes.
You talk about Justinian? You talk
about
Justinian?
Belisarius.
I don't know Belisarius. I talk about Justinian. The guy was totally controlled by his wife, Theodora. She was a vile and vicious woman.
I am sorry, but I need to step in because Mr. Trump again bashes women. Donald, Theodora was a strong and powerful woman, like me, that broke the glass ceiling and got to the top.
Unlike you.
And she helped Justinian to govern, and she also saved his ass during Nika riots.
I agree with my wife.
Theodora was a control freak, Bill. Is that something that you are familiar with?
Look, all I am saying is that his Italian campaign was a total disaster, okay? Byzantines should have never invaded Italy. It was a dumb war. It never should have happened. His economic policies were a total disaster, and it never should have happened.
He managed to successfully conquer the land around
Roman North Africa.
Yeah, and overall, his reign marked a new beginning in the history of the Roman Empire.
Stop saying the Roman Empire, Joe. It was Byzantine Empire, okay? Stop being politically correct. Rome fell in 476, okay? Rome collapsed in 476, and the very stupid people who allowed German immigrants into the country, who were all over the place, were responsible.
No, Donald, that was Western Rome. Eastern Rome continued for another 1,000 years.
Wrong. I know the Roman Empire. Okay, Barack, nobody understands Rome more than I do. Rome ended in 476. Everything afterward was a joke.
What he says is simply false. The guy, I forgot the name of the guy in charge of the...
Justinian.
Yeah, Justinian. I mean, his reign was really... Where's the fucking teleprompter?
No, his military campaigns were a total disaster. It was a dumb war. It never should have happened. His economic policies were a total disaster. Justinian destroyed the Byzantine economy and he raised taxes.
Don't mess with taxes.
I have to agree with Mr. Trump here. His taxes were a huge burden for Roman society and crippled the state's economy.
Byzantines were led by very, very stupid people in the 6th century. If I were the Byzantine emperor, I would have never allowed the Nika riots. I am all for law and order. Justinian wasn't for law and order, and look what happened. Half the city got destroyed.
Well, and then thanks to this guy's Build Back Better plan, he built Hagia Sophia, epitome of Byzantine architecture, end quote.
Yeah, and he built it with mosques all around it.
Those were built 1,000 years later, and they are called minarets, not mosques.
You would know that better than me, Hussein.
Mr. Trump omits that Justinian's reign is marked by the very ambitious restoration of the Roman Empire, and the Eastern Rome was at its greatest extent since the fall of West, end quote.
Joe, what about the Egyptian virus? Was that great too?
Justinian plague was not a virus, it was a bacteria. And the comments that Mr. Trump uses against Roman Egyptians, implying that they are responsible for the Great Plague, are hateful and racist. Repeat the line.
Look, Joe, I love Egypt, okay? All my friends are from the place, but there were millions and millions of Egyptian ships all around the globe that brought the Egyptian virus into the Byzantine Empire, and Justinian was responsible for that.
I think we can at least agree on one positive thing, that the guy wrote the, the thing.
You mean Code of Justinian?
Yeah, that one.
Agreed.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
I agree with my wife.
The Art of the Deal is better.
The fuck was that? Sound like a doubter at the end.
In this video, you'll learn how to maintain good foot hygiene. Your feet are your main allies, so it's essential you look after them every day. Maintaining good foot hygiene includes